The main objective of any income investor, including myself, is to make sure that your dividend that you're receiving right now will one day surpass your regular income from a job, and that way you're going to be a financial free. But a lot of people make this process very complex. In today's video, I'm going to show you how you can invest only $50,000 without having to add any single dime into your portfolio after that, and in a very few years you will have enough income to pay all your bills and to retire and be financial free. In today's video, I'm going to use one of the best fund, and this fund I'm going to use is YMAX, which is yieldmax Universe Fund of Option Income ETF. And the reason I chose this ETF is because, first of all, this ETF is very diversified and it has very a great future ahead of it. So we can see the yield right now is 44. And for people who don't know what this fund does, this is a fund of funds, meaning it's a fund that invests in other yieldmax funds, which are these ones here. There are almost 20 of them right now. So this ETF is very diversified, and these 20 are in different sectors. We can see distribution details here. They've paid so far about 5 times, and we can see the first one was very little, and then they've been increased. And the last 2 months, so this month and last month, they pay almost the same. And in today's video, I'm not even going to put the highest dividend. I'm going to show you how I calculate all these dividends. And if we look at the overview of this fund, I've explained for people who haven't seen my videos about YMAX. Of course, the fund of fund that is actively managed, that invests in other yieldmax ETFs, and investment objective of this fund is to generate the monthly income and also have exposure to those underlying stocks, synthetically. We look at the net asset right now is almost 250 million, right? It was incepted January 16th, 2024, and New York Stock Exchange, that's a primary exchange, and the gross expense ratio we're paying is 128. If we look at the performance so far, has returned about 13%. If we go to on this the performance chart here, we can see today's price is 1954, and the 52-week range is between 1938 to 2194. So it hasn't swing that much either up or down, because of course it's averaged to the performance of all the other ETFs that invest in. If we go to our average distribution, we can see it has paid about 5 times. So the 73 and 73, I just do it together. Average so far, they've paid about 62 cents. So I'm going with the average in my example today to show you how I can use this 63, and it's a price of today 1954. If we look at the current price that they just paid, that will give you annual distribution yield about 44%. But if we go on an average, which is the example I like to use, because within the long period of example that I'm going to show you, because we don't know how much is going, either they might pay more or they might pay less. But on an average, we just do the 60. This is the safer math, but it could be more. So with the yieldmax paying 62 cents per share at this current price in 1954, that means our yield right now is 38, and that's a great today's example. Now let's go to our calculator. So dividend calculator, calculate your dividend income. Here what we did is $50,000 only. Dividend growth rate, so let's provide there's no growth on the dividend, we just do an average, which is 62 cents. And the reason I didn't put dividend growth, because we don't know the rate. You can see there's a difference in payment, and we don't know exactly how that rate is. So on a safer note, let's just do 0. There's no, so you were getting only 62 for that period you're investing, right? If we look at the monthly contribution, you're not going to put any money within that period you're investing, and annual share price growth. So let's assume the price of the your dividend price of the YMAX is now going to increase either up or down. So it's just going to be 0. We're assuming that way, but it might go up or it might go down. We look at the annual dividend. Of course, we go on average, which is 38%, and number of years we are going to do 20 years. But this number, you can play with it. It can be even lower than that. And of course, maximum dividend yield, we're going to assume on an average, which is 39. Now, using those numbers that I put above, let me show you the magic of compound. So year one at 38% yield, you are getting $50,000. You are getting about 19,000 in dividends. And if you add those dividends to your principal, now next year you're getting the year two. The price is still the same, and your yield is still the same. You're getting 26,000 in dividend, and combined total dividend right now to year two will be 45,200. If you add the 26,000 to 50,000, now your dividends right now, or your total value of your portfolio right now is 76, and that will generate an income of 35,000 in dividends. And look at the yield here, guys. You see how it dropped to 34. You know why? So this is a pretty good calculation, because we've said here, you see here I said dividend growth rate is 0 and annual share price is 0. So assuming inflation, you see how it dropped from 38 to 34. So you calculate inflation being part of it. Tax is not part of it. You can calculate taxes, and the reason I didn't put taxes because tax is different. Each person pays taxes differently, and depends on what account. Some accounts you don't even have to pay taxes. For example, Roth IRA, you don't pay taxes, right? So now look at the compounding interest. Let's go to year 6. Now you're getting 76,000 in that year, and then total you'll have 263,393, and your total value right now is 294. Remember, because you add that one including your 50,000 your principal. So this is provided you didn't add anything. Within year 6 you're going to have over $250,000. Let's go to year 10. Up to year 10, guys, the compound interest hasn't done that much to make you a millionaire right now, but your dividend distribution right now is lower, because within 10 years from 38 there is a decrease in value of course, because of inflation, but it's still getting higher. Now your dividend you're receiving that year will be 181,974. Your portfolio right now would be 841. You're almost a millionaire. Guess what's gonna happen in year 10 or year 11? Boom, now you're a millionaire. At year 11, your dividend, your balances will be 1,062,000. So we can go all the way down to year 14. Now you're getting your dividend altogether at year 14 is $2 million, and your portfolio right now is 2,035,000. And again, you see there's a drop between 2,235,000, and this is because it has accounted within inflation being added to this price. So this is pretty good. The only thing I didn't calculate is the tax, because taxes, again, as I say, is different for each individual, so we can really calculate taxes. So we go all the way down to year 20. Now your portfolio right now is 6,298,002, and dividend you have accumulated so far 6,267,000 in dividends, and the dividend that you're receiving that year was 1,015,261 at current yield of 16.5. So we can go all the way down to year 30. Of course, your money will even compound even more, but we don't know this fund is going to be there within 30 years. So we just assume only 20 years. But think about this. Even if you just do invest for 10 years, using the same example, right? At 10 year, you're getting 181 in dividends. So that will be enough money for you to retire just 10 years from now. But if you extend it to 20 years, then you're getting $1 million in dividends. That's annual, right? And of course, you can divide that by 12, then you get monthly. So within just, I would say, safe, within just 50,000, within only like 8 years, you'll be getting 120. So 120 will be enough money for you to retire at 24%. And then but this is given that you're reinvest all the dividends. So if you don't invest a dividend, of course, your principal here won't accumulate, won't be up. But 20 years, once you have 60 million, even if you don't reinvest your money, this is enough money for you to retire and to be financial free for years to come and have enough money to even leave behind. So guys, that's all I have for today, showing you how you can invest only $50,000 using YMAX, and you'll be able to retire and not having to put any other money into your portfolio. So if you like this video, just make sure you give me a like, and if you have subscribed, just make sure you subscribe so you don't miss this type of a date. Till we meet again next video. Bye bye.